Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here with Ross from roadrailplant.com. Ross, we're sat here at Rail Live and I wanted just to talk to you about your business and also you've got a real focus on safety as well, which I want to bring that onto. But tell me a little bit about Road Rail Plant, I think the name gives it away, and what the business does.
So yeah, as you say, Road Rail Plant, that's three of the industries we work within. Highways, railway and plant division. Anything that comes in the door, servicing, maintenance, overhauls, mobile, in the workshop. We're based in Kent but work across the south.
Yep.
We're dealers for various safety equipment, and we do focus heavily on safety. We're obviously sat on one of our recent upgrade refurbishment.
You walk on the stand and you think this is a new machine. So you've
No,
literally
this is,
upgraded this machine.
Yeah, this is a good. This, I believe, 8 years old. This machine.
You couldn't tell, could you? Really
No,
couldn't.
no, and that's what we're really looking for. We're really looking for people to walk on and go, I can't believe that that's that's an older machine.
Yeah.
And that's This is going to go back on rail. It's been upgraded. It's been signed off, and it's going to go back on for another 7 years.
Wow.
Hopefully trouble free.
Yeah.
And that's what we aim for.
No, I'm really impressed with that. I mean, I didn't know that when I first came on here, and the thing about that is, these are specialist pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
And they are expensive, but they're also not readily available off the shelf. The sort of life cycle of something like this, if you can give it a second life like you've done, it's really important because, as we know, we've got an aging rail network in the UK, and we've also got a new one being built at the same time. So there's a lot of demand, isn't there, for this kind of machine?
There is, yeah. And as you mentioned, the investment initially into something like this is colossal in comparison to a standard machine. So giving it a second life, third life in some instances.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really see that in a civil sector, but in the railway, to have this bolted on to the base machine, the initial outlay, it's colossal. So for us to be able to give it back to them and know that it's going to go out there for another 7 years, as I say, hopefully trouble-free. That's
a big deal.
That's a big deal, yeah.
And also, when you refurb equipment like this, it is an opportunity to look at the safety systems that are within that equipment as well. And I know you are an Xwatch sort of dealer and fit that to equipment. And I know recently we've had quite a big launch from one of your customers, Tru7, who I'm going to try and speak to here at Rail Live as well about why they've come into the sector. But that Xwatch system, what does it do, and why are you getting more and more interest in it?
The Xwatch system, in particular, for the job we did for Tru Plant, there's a few little additionals that Tru Plant have wanted to add on, and fair play to them, because rather than just having a height and slew limiter, they've looked ahead, and the guys over there, they're looking at work they've undertaken themselves in their career. Looked at problems they've faced, and they came with a very specific, this is what we want. Can you make it happen? And the Xwatch was a good choice because using proportional hydraulics, they're able to slow the machine down.
To a safe stop.
So if you're working in ALO conditions, the last thing you want if you're lifting a load to hit that limit and cause a swing.
Oh God, into track.
So by introducing proportional control, it's a nice controlled stop at your limits. I say the guys wanted extra additional safety as well, so we've gone for a remote dead man stop. We've gone for track lock. So when the limits are applied and they're working in ALO conditions, no matter what you do with your levers, that machine will only go forwards and backwards on point. So they can't slew into live traffic. There's an additional beacon, which is a static beacon, to tell those around to say that it's in ALO working conditions. The offset boom, again, you've set your limit, you've set your wall. That's inhibited as soon as the system's in action. So again, to stop you slowing down into live traffic. They've really looked ahead, and they've really decided we want to do it right.
And that's how they're going to market. I think it's really interesting that at each point that you've mentioned there, what's happening is the operator of the machine is getting a helper in the cab as such.
Definitely, yes.
And what we're not doing is putting extra pressure on those individuals that are working in a very challenging environment, aren't we?
Yeah. And it's important to say, operators, they're not just thrown in a machine; they're trained.
Highly trained in this sense.
And the chances are they won't need this system.
Yep.
The hope is they won't need this system.
Yep.
It's there just in case.
Yep.
We all have accidents. We all make a mistake, and on that opportune time, it hopefully will stop an accident occurring.
And the other thing is, we all become unwell, and you could potentially pass out in the cab or whatever else. And so those systems, when you all of a sudden you're falling and if you're unwell and you're knocking the levers, then it's there to support you. And I think what's really I've been impressed with it. I know an operator lives close to me who's got his rail tickets. You have to go through so much training.
They do.
And these are the real creme de la creme of operators. And for them to understand that they've got something that supports them is a benefit. I think. That's fantastic. Well, Ross, it's about time you got looking at more of these machines to refurbish. And folks, I literally can't believe it. This is just completely shocked to me as we've come on. I thought he's got some new machines, some safety systems on it, but no, they're 7 years old. Fantastic to meet you.
And you.